Daxton. I swear, this kid talks when he's here. He's like, Dax. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Mommy and Me. Before we get into our convo, let's check out the baby update.
My baby is Daxton. He weighs 25.2 pounds. He is 32 inches. He loves anything with wheels and playing outside.
My baby is Winston. He weighs 23 pounds. He is 27 inches. He loves to jump and loves to run and giggles when I chase him.
My baby is Idris. He weighs 27 pounds. He is 32 inches long. He loves playing in the sand, and he loves to hug my leg.
Well, Daxton was getting really sleepy, so he doesn't get to play anymore.
How's everybody doing? How are the babies? I mean, every time I see them, they change so much.
So much. In fact, I just ordered some pictures from like a photo shoot we did in November to put up on my wall. And he already looks totally different. Brock goes, "Who's that, Mom?" And I go, "That's Daxton, your brother." And he's like, "Oh." Because his teeth look totally different.
Right? Teeth change so much. And Winston has so many teeth.
Winston has 8 teeth. He has a mouthful.
I'm sorry, what was that?
He's loving that.
Somebody wants to talk.
Like,
I love you. Here, play with the peanut butter. So Winston has a lot of teeth.
Winston has 8 teeth.
It changes their whole face.
Yeah,
the shape
it
of their
does.
face.
What's
The
new?
teeth again.
What's new with Winston?
Well, he is jumping. Not
Jumping?
really, but he might show us. Can you show us how you jump? He's jumping.
jump?
So go down.
Jump.
Go down. Are you going to be shy? He loves to pretend to jump, and the cutest thing is he'll squat down and then he'll jump up, and sometimes he'll come over to me, and it's like he wants to jump up to me. So he'll squat down and he'll try to jump to me. It's the cutest.
What are they doing over
But
there?
they always had to play with the same toy. That's what my babies do.
Yes, right?
Like, wait.
so
you know what I've
happy.
noticed with both of the boys is how much they're jabbering and talking.
They
and
have their
using
own language.
voices.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really happy because he's been feeding himself a lot lately. And I mean, it's so messy, but a
Yes.
spoon will go into yogurt and it will end up in his mouth.
Somewhat in his mouth.
Somewhat in his mouth.
boy.
In his hair and all over his legs and upper body as well. But I want him to learn on his own, even if it's like super messy.
Yeah.
I want him to do it because I
Right.
just feel like it's better.
That's how they learn,
right?
yeah.
Idris has been biting a lot.
Winston
And-
bites a little.
And I bit him back the other day. Not like hard, but enough where he could feel like, ow.
Yeah.
Because Winston also bites, and I'll be like, "You don't bite," and he just laughs at me. Or he'll pull my hair, and I say, "You don't pull my hair, that hurts."
Yeah.
And he'll just laugh at me like it's like a game. Like he's like, "Oh really? I'll do it again."
I have done that with my kids. Like, I mean, when they bite, maybe give them a flick on the mouth. Like, I've done that before, just so they know, like, pain, that hurts. Okay,
right.
don't do that. I don't
That
know.
happened one time.
I don't know what the right answer is.
Winston bit my shoulder, and it scared me. And I was like, and it scared him.
Yeah.
And he hasn't done it since because I think it was just like, it really scared me. Like,
Yeah.
so I was like, oh, and he was just like,
I think I still have like a mark from where Idris bit me. He bit me hard, and I was like, ow! Because it caught me off guard.
yeah.
Every time I try and like discipline him, he starts laughing at me.
Yeah.
He laughs at me, and then I just can't even discipline him anymore. I'm like, what? How do you discipline these little things? Because then they smile, and you're like, oh, you can do whatever you want. Make me bald, pull it all out, bite me to bits.
It's hard to discipline. I think it's just teaching them, like, consequences of actions, I guess.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I totally agree with biting back.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
you bite
what
me,
I
I
did.
bite
It's
you,
just
it
like
hurts. Like,
My
you want to do that
initial
again?
reaction.
the only problem is when it turns into like a little, I'll bite you back, and I'll bite you back.
Exactly. These boys are running the show. Well, the boys were clearly being divas and way too demanding, so we sent them away. No, we wanted to actually be able to talk, and I was a little distracted, a little bit hard with them
They're
in
just so
here.
cute.
They have so much energy
I know. Please give me some
fun.
of that.
and all these toys. You know, it's hard not to go crazy in here. But I want some girl time. So I want to know, how has it been traveling with these little ones? Because for me, it's a whole new ball game with like. Every milestone they hit, you know, there's so many new things. Like when he started walking, traveling became completely different.
Right.
What about help. What do I
Yeah.
do? Yeah.
Yeah. Now is
good luck.
Yeah. It's the hardest time, I think, between the ages of like 6 months to 3 years. So hard to get them to sit still or to be even slightly distracted on an airplane. And if you have a long flight, it's over. I'm sorry. I've actually been trying to find like a good car seat system because I travel so much. I like to have a seat for them, even though you technically don't have to have a seat for the baby until they're 2.
Right.
But at this point, it's just easier. Like I can't juggle him on my lap the whole time. It's way too hard and exhausting. My biceps are like burning by the end. The best was when I actually traveled with his car seat because they'll let you take on certain car seats and buckle them in, and then they can strap in like they're in a car. The only problem I've had with that is trying to figure out how to get it through the airport smoothly by myself and carry it onto the plane with him. Like it's kind of challenging.
Yeah. Totally.
Right, I've only taken a car seat with Casey.
Yeah.
And I did see a mom who had bought like some type of carrier that she put her car seat in, zipped it up, and put it on her back. But oh man, I have a backpack diaper bag. I'm like, how do you juggle all of these things and get to your seat? And
But that's
I'm
where the
relying on
muscles
you.
come in.
Yeah, I'm relying on you to figure it out, and then I'll copy you.
Well, I did actually
Me too. I'll copy you too. Figure it out, Katilette.
I did just buy this thing, but I didn't really talk about it because I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. But it's like just a strap system that like you put onto the seat, and then it straps them up like they're in a car seat. So that because like a regular airplane seatbelt, they can get out of easily.
Right.
But if it's kind of like, it goes around the seat and then it has the 2 straps here. So I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
But that is just like you just fold it in a bag and put it in the backpack.
They might feel more comfortable and secure so that they'll like want to fall asleep
Yeah.
or something. Is that kind of the idea too? Maybe.
I think
Well, you're like, I don't know, but we'll see. All right.
Or maybe it's just one of those things we'll just have to wait it out.
Yeah.
I know, it's so hard. I used a car seat for the first time when we went to Florida.
Yeah.
So I was like, we have to do something. I knew that he would be running everywhere, and it was so nice because he did take a nap, and I got to watch a movie. I was like, this is wonderful, but I don't know how I would do it on my own.
I've got a 10-hour flight coming up.
Oh my gosh.
Well, almost probably about 11. Yeah, LA to London.
Yeah.
Bring a car seat for sure.
I don't know what to do. And Michael sleeps on the plane too, and he always sleeps on the plane, and he'll go into it being like, "No, stay awake, I'll help." 20 minutes in, he's like, I'm like, "You said you would help me."
That's when you just bring things to throw at your husband, like, wasn't me.
Get up and up. Yeah, Idris was he's been so good traveling, and we did Chicago since he's been able to walk, and I definitely like took him up and down the plane, and he wanted to say hi to everybody and stuff. And actually, the worst flight he's ever had so far was just a quick one from here to the Bay Area, which is it's less than an hour flight. But he was pissed off. It was the only time we've had like a not so great flight, like a
good thing it
bad
was a
flight.
short
But it
one.
was short, so I was like, okay. He's just like nothing was making him happy except the sweet man sitting behind us made faces with him for like 20 minutes. I was like, what can I buy you to say thank you? He's like, oh, I loved it. I was
I
like,
know.
there's good people out there.
That's good because I've had the opposite
Yeah.
before.
Right, I bet.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know.
I'm so grateful when
Mama
the people
bear.
are nice behind you.
What did somebody say something to you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
it
what did
was
they
this
say?
lady who clearly just was not having a good day, and Brock was sitting in the seat behind her, and he was in a car seat, and he would push on the seat, and we were trying to get him. He wasn't even being loud, but he was pushing on the seat, and she got up and turned around. Is he gonna do that the whole flight? And bless Shay's heart, he always says something hilarious.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was just like, well, he might. Do you have a problem? Like he was just really like funny, but she was just like, so, and I was, my blood started to boil a little bit, and I was turning into Mama Bear, and I'm normally not very,
Aggressive.
aggressive. But that, I was like, what?
It must have been the way she said it.
It was the way she said it,
do that the
because
whole time.
I'm very conscious of my kids, and I'm
Yeah.
constantly like, be courteous of other people, think about other people, like don't do that. And just the way she said it made me want to sit there and be like, just push on it.
Right?
You just keep
just
pushing
go
on
ahead.
that.
Yeah.
You're like, here, I'll
And-
trade in places.
Yeah.
That would have been funny.
I don't know. It's really hard because you have to be understanding of other people too, because I wouldn't have wanted somebody to be pushing on my seat the whole time, but it was just the way she said it. I was like,
Right.
What? She ended up switching seats, and Shay was really sweet and good to her, and I don't know how he did it, but but he's always funny too.
Right.
Like he has a way of making situations funny,
Right.
and not as tense.
That's awesome. That's such a great quality to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when you travel a lot, you have to be able to brush it off.
Yeah.
Because your baby's gonna cry, and
Right.
the more you stress about your baby crying, the more your baby senses that from you, the more the whole situation is just harder.
I agree.
And you have to just realize that if people are gonna fly on an airplane, there are going to be babies.
Right. There's
Yeah.
always
And babies cry, and too bad.
Right.
Yeah.
And I haven't always felt that way, but lately, on our way home from Florida, Winston did start crying, and the lady in front of me didn't say anything, but she kept looking back, and I kept noticing, and I was just like, I didn't care
Yeah.
at all. Because I
Good.
was like, there's nothing I can do. He'll
Right.
stop eventually.
Right.
And
Eventually they do
yeah,
stop.
I mean, there's
Right.
nothing anyone can do. So,
My mom tells
Sorry.
me
That's a good
stories about the
attitude.
fits that I used to throw. Whoops.
Sorry.
Sorry about that, Mom.
Yeah.
So I have some exciting news. Idris is going to start daycare, and
Oh.
I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, that'd be
I
good.
want him to play with other kids.
yeah,
you
he
know?
loves it.
It's so cutthroat getting into daycare.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been on a waiting list for like ever, and I called like 7 other places, and they like laughed at me when I said I wanted my son to join daycare, and they're like, most moms have been on the waiting list for years. Click.
Like, well, I
I was like,
didn't know.
oh, okay, so it is really cutthroat then.
It is here.
Sorry, I'm alive. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
So, have you
goodness.
guys, you said Braylee and Gage were in daycare, right?
Yeah, they did, and they loved it. It was different because it was just in someone's home.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lady that I knew since I was little, and they loved it, and I had a really good experience. I think a lot of parents or moms feel guilty for taking their kids to daycare, but it can be such a positive experience. In fact, I've always had help with potty training.
Yeah.
So I'm a little nervous about doing the potty training thing by myself because my babysitter was just like, he'll be potty trained by this time, and this is what we're gonna do. I don't want pull-ups. We're just gonna do this. And it was
okay.
so nice to have
Her own
help.
system, and
Yeah, she had a
was like-
system and I followed it.
Nice.
So now I'm like on my own.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. But
Yeah.
it was such a good experience.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. I want him, he loves kids so much, and just that interaction with other little humans, and they have like structure there, and I need time to get my work done.
Yeah.
It's been obviously a challenge since he's been so mobile to, you know, send out emails and take a shower, and, you know, I mean, when I go to the bathroom, he's on my lap. Like,
Right,
it's
right.
like I don't have time for anything. So I'm really excited, and it's just going to be 3 days a week. And you know, Michael and I are happy to be able to get stuff done. But it's also, we're so thrilled that he's going to be social.
Yeah.
And they have little lessons. Like, it's in a house, but they have like music lessons and like jamboree and dance and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
another really
be so
positive
cute.
thing was Braylee was reading before she went to kindergarten
Oh,
because it was so
nice.
important to my babysitter. So they did a preschool every single day, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was so good. I want to do something like that with Winston, but just at my house, having someone come over like every Tuesday, every week, and maybe one weekend out of the month. And yeah, I'm just not getting anything done. So I hear you.
It's really hard. Like, now that you're shooting and editing a lot of your stuff, I
Yeah.
mean, it's just the amount of things, like, it takes so much longer
Well,
to
they're
do
just
everything.
so busy now.
Right.
So if I want to sit down to edit, he wants to sit on my lap
course.
and he wants to push things and he'll push buttons and I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
where's my video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you just edit?
Right.
What?
So,
Yeah.
and Casey and I haven't really even went on a date.
I know.
Just the two of us. So it would just be nice. And I think the only way to get Winston used to not being with me and to get Idris used to not being with you is to have them around other people.
Totally.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
We
Take
can't
your
feel
mom
guilty.
up on a weekend getaway.
Yeah, my mom did offer to watch Winston for a weekend so that, because I'm still nursing, and
know, I'm so
he
proud of
just
you.
really loves it. So I don't know what to do. I want the timing to be right because I don't feel a need to quit,
Yeah.
but also I need to have a little more time.
Yeah.
So it's just such a weird place to be in because I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Well, you can, you can just start weaning a little or not feeding as much, or just like supplementing a little bit here and there. I don't
The
know.
only
That's really
problem
hard.
is he won't
he won't
take
try
a
anything else.
sippy cup or a bottle or anything else. So it's been such a challenge.
Yeah.
He'll just scream and scream and scream and scream.
Yeah.
and scream.
He just will cry until I nurse him.
Well, he's young.
Yeah. I
Don't
know.
wanna
A part of
rush
me is
it.
just like, it's okay. He's only going to be this size for 1 more second.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
So
know.
I can do it.
It's true.
There's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's good. And I feel really lucky that I've been able
I'm
to
so
nurse
proud of you
for
that
so
you've
long.
got to go for so long. I know.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
It's been great, but
So good for the baby.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
And what about you, Katilette?
Well, I'm excited. We have actually decided not to put Brock in kindergarten yet.
Oh,
He's
okay.
going to go 1 more year because he would be the youngest in his grade if we went now. So we're going to let him be the oldest in his grade
Nice.
and wait for another year to have him go to kindergarten. So he's going to go to daycare. It's like a pre-K, I guess, for 1 more year. And we're going to bring Daxton as well. He'll be in a different class,
Yeah.
so like a different section. But I love it. It's been so good for Brock to
Right.
have that interaction and that structure. Because like we have a little bit of structure, but it's more like, okay, we're going to the gym and you're going to be in the daycare at the gym, and
Right.
then I'm going to make you mac and cheese and you'll watch a movie, and while I get some YouTube done or whatever, you know, like it's not as a learning structured as I think I would like it to be. So I'm excited for Daxton to have that as well, to have that interaction, and so that I can finally make content.
Yeah.
It's so hard to
It's
get
super
anything
hard to
done.
get anything done.
And
Yeah.
I love being a stay-at-home mom, but I also want to, you know, keep doing YouTube. So it's going to be nice to have a few days a week.
Totally.
So will that be during the school year?
Yes, during the school year, just for a few days a week.
How
So,
fun.
yeah,
That's so
I'm
cute.
excited.
Both of them going to school together.
Yeah. Because right now
cute.
they're pretty much inseparable. I
Yeah.
love it.
They're cute.
In fact, I dropped Brock off at his last day of school, and Daxton had a meltdown. Like, he had a literal meltdown up until we got home. I tried to give him gummy bears, and he wouldn't take them because he was so mad that we left Brock.
Yeah.
He was like, "Where's my best friend?" So it'll be fun to take them together.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for our episode of Mommy and Me. If you want to see more, you can head to Maker TV. And be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye. 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 Bye.